Hi guys, how are you? I hope you are fine. How are you doing? I'm Mohammed Saeed. I'm glad to see you here again with my tutorials. Um, I'm so sorry because I was late to make a new video because to be honest with you, I switched into the voice over IP because I finished my CCNA and CCNP. But after that, because I found the voice over IP, it's a new field, and there are many companies. Yes, they are wants to use the voice over IP in their in their companies. So voice over IP, it's a new technology, and after I finished my CCNA and CCNP switching and routing, I found it is so interesting to switch or to transit to the voice over IP, and you know, really I found it's a completely different field because I was used MPLS, OSPF, BGP, EIGRP, and routing protocol switching. But here in the IP phone, it's completely different. Yes, it's not like I get rid of all my commands on router and switching, so I don't have IP addresses, I don't have shutdown, no shutdown, I don't see the OSPF and BGP, HRB networks. So voice over IP, it's a so interesting field. It's a new technology, and it is a very good technology to know it because nowadays it's so expand. So it's very good to have a knowledge about it and to be professional. Yes, to be professional in voice over IP, it will be a good field for everyone wants to be a professional in networking. So let's get started now. My topics today, I want to speak about voicemail. So voicemail, it's a nice word, but it has many commands, it has many topics, yes, to understand it and how to do it. As you see here, before I started, just I want to explain my scenario here. I have two routers, and I have, look at this, I have three clouds here, and each cloud it's included in the specific devices. This cloud, it's for IP phone, which is connected in Windows 7, which is in this Windows, and this cloud, it's for IP phone also, but in the XP Windows operating system. And this cloud, it's for Trixbox. So what is that Trixbox? So I will explain it in this tutorial. But before that, I want just to see here, I did a pre-requested configurations. I did this 172.16.1.0/24 for the network in this serial link between two routers, and I did this 10.15.0.0/24 for this network for these two IP phones, and 10.10.0.0/24 for this network, which included the Trixbox. And also I created a default route between two routers here. Yes, I did this. I want to show you. So why I speak just. So let's see. Go to the CME1 and no show IP rule. Yes, look at this. I did this default route. Yes, to this next hop to 172.16.1.2, and also Cisco CME2 here. Show IP route here. Yes, and this is the static route. And also I did this show IP interface brief 10.10.0.1 and 172.16.1.2. Yes, and this is the IP address for the fast Ethernet 2.0, this fast Ethernet. And here's it, show IP interface brief. Just I want to show you here to have a complete vision about my scenario here. to understand it. So this is 172.16.1.1 for this serial interface, and 10.15.0.1 for this fast Ethernet, which will be the gateway. So that's it. So now, and also let's see here what we have in these clouds. Just double click on it. Yes, so look at this. This cloud, it's for this loopback interface, which is, look at this, 4B4, and this is 4B4, which is connected by the loopback interface in Windows 7. This, here is it. Just I want to show you here. Just my PC here, it's slow because I downloaded from the internet, and also I use Genesis 3 and a lot of programs. So no problem. So now just like this to show you here. This is the loopback interface, yes, which has this IP address 10.15.0.11, which is for the IP phone, and 10.15.0.1, this is the default gateway. So can I ping from my PC to the router here? Sorry, what's that? It's the CMD. Yes. So now ping 10.15.0.1. Can I reach there? Yes. The first message for the ARP request, ARP reply, no problem. So now go to this router CME1. I want to make a ping to the 10.15.0.11. Yes, I can go there. So now I want to show you here also this cloud for the XP for IP phone, which will be in the XP. Just before go there, I want to show you here is in this cloud, and also here I have this connection for VMnet 8, which is for 9B3 here. Look at this, the same 9B3, which connected, and this VMnet 8, it's connected by the VMware here. This is my XP, which connected like this. If you go here, setting, yes, I connected with this NAT used to share the host IP addresses. So this VMnet 8, which has 10.15.0.12, this is the 12 for the IP address of the IP phone number 2, which exists in XP, Windows XP, and this is the default gateway. So can I go there? Just make a ping. Is it reachable? 10.15.0.1. Yes, that's good. And can I go to the 11? So that's good. So I can make a ping also to this loopback interface, which is in Windows 7. So that's good. Now, as you see here, yes, we have two IP phones, and each IP phone, it's in the different Windows. This is in Windows 7 and this is Windows XP, and both of them, they are in the same network address, which has the same default gateway, which is 10.15.0.1. Here is in this cloud we have a Trixbox. This Trixbox server, it's for the voicemail server, yes, to work with these two IP phones, which connected with this cloud, which is an VMnet 1, VMnet 1 41, which is for the Trixbox. Here is the Trixbox. As you see here, I have this Trixbox, which has 10.10.0.20. Yes, you can download this Trixbox file, yes, from the Trixbox site. It's free software. You can download it and set up in your PC. It's very easy to do it. And this Trixbox, it has the VMnet 1. Yes, look at this, it's host only, just which is host only here, just for VMnet 1. So this is for VMnet 1. So which is 10.10.0.20, which is the same, sorry, the same network address here, 10.0.0, which is 20, and the default gateway, the IP default gateway, which is with 10.10.0.1. So now, before we go to set up the Trixbox and yes, make it ready to use, we want to make yes, the configurations, pre-configuration for IP phones here, which is inside the CME1. So go to the CME1, just close this, close that. CME1 here, show IP root here. Yes, so now it's clear. Now I don't see anything. Show run before that. Yes, so I don't see anything. To start here, as you see here, we have two IP phones. We want to configure it in the CME1. So I want to use a telephony service. Here's, I have two ways, manually or by setup. Here is, I want to use setup mode. Do you want to use setup DHCP? So I don't want DHCP here. I said no. Here is, do you want to start? Yes. Here is the enter the IP source address for Cisco iOS. Here is, I want to use 10.15.0.1, which is for this IP interface, because this this fast Ethernet interface is directly connected with IP phones. So it will be 10.15.0.1. Here is the port, it's 2000 by default. I don't want to change it. Here is how many IP phones do you want to configure? Because I have two IP phones, just I need two IP phones. And do you want to dual line? Yes. There is a difference between dual line and single line. Single line, it's yes, it's a basic yes, basic configurations. It will not allow you to make forward for busy or for non-answer. So dual line, I want to use it because I want to use a voicemail and I want to use to forward the busy and non-answer calls. So here is, I need to use dual line. Here is the language is English. No problem with that. What is the first extension? Here I want to use 2201. This is the first one, and the second one it will be 2202. Yes. Here is, I don't want this, just no. Do you want to forward call to the voicemail? Yes, sure. So because my scenario is, my tutorial, it's about the voicemail, so I want yes to hit yes. And what is the enter the extension? I want to use 22999. This is for the voicemail extension. So I want to forward all busy or non-answer calls to this voicemail message service. Just hit enter. Timeout, I want to use it 80 seconds, so by default. Do you wish to change above? No. So now we're ready. Now just we want to go to open Cisco IP communicator. Here's soft IP phones, and also there, here is in this XP. Yes, I have this version 8.6. This is good for Windows 7. So if you have Windows 7 operating system, it's better to use this version 8.6. It is in Windows 7 here, you can use the old version, so no problem with that. So now we want to go there to complete our configuration, just to make yes, show run. We want to see what we have here, our configuration here. Yes, that's good. So look at this. Look at this. This is my voicemail message extension, and here is what I want to see about it. Here is ephone dial number 2. It's a dual line, so this is very important to to know it about that. So now we have configured, so that's good. Look at this. Now we can see this extension to 2202 for this IP phone, which is in Windows 7, and though in Windows XP it will be 2201. Look at this, 2201. So now, as you see here, look at this. This is dual line. The single line, if you use single line, it will not work for call forward busy and call forward non-answer. So this is a very important. Look at this. Here is, he said, yes, the ePhone number 1, he says, hey, all phones, if I'm busy or I don't want to answer, please forward all calls to this number. And this number, it will be for the voicemail. And this voicemail, it will be connected with Trixbox. So this is, yes, this is the mechanism, so which will works. So now here's the MAC address for the ePhone number 1. So let's show ePhone here. I have 2 of them. They are in ideal state, so they are ready to be connected with each other. So let's try to ring. Here's from yes to, maybe the voice is too high. Just I want to decrease the volume here. Sorry, it take a long time. So now 2201. Yes, look at this. I have connection in this IP phone. Look at this. If I make this like this, yes, because I don't disturb, which is DND. It's don't disturb. It's makes busy. Yes, because it's supposed to forward it to the. Sorry about this. In this, it is supposed to forward to the 2299. Yes, it's supposed to that, but I didn't complete my configuration yet. I didn't complete my configuration in Trixbox. So after I configure the Trixbox, it will, yes, forward it to this mailbox, which is 22999. So now, after we make the pre-requested configuration here, we want to go to complete our configuration. Look at this. Here is, I want to use something called dial peer. Yes, dial peer here. Dial peer here. I want just to show you something here. Dial peer, which is I want to use voice. Sorry. And the number here, I just want to use 200, no problem, and voice over IP. Here is, I want to use the destination patterns here. Destination pattern. I want to forward the 22999. Yes, I want to forward this number, which is for voicemail, to the Trixbox. Because if I did this busy, yes, here is it. If this phone is busy, I want to forward 2299 to the Trixbox and open the voicemail. So if I did this, look at this. If I did this here, T2999, this is unknown number because I didn't make the dial peer here. So now I can do this, but I don't want to use this scenario. I want to use 222 ... So that's it. And here is something called, I want to use session protocol, which I have Cisco and SIP version 2. Here is, I want to use SIP version 2, session initiation protocol, and also something called session target, which is IP version 4, which is, I want to add, here's the IP address of the Trixbox, and the IP address of a Trixbox is 10.10.0.20, which is, you can see it here. Look at this, 10.10.0.20. This is the IP address of the Trixbox. So Trixbox server also for voicemail server. So now I want just to add this 10.10.0.20. That's it. And here is I want to use that's DTMF, which is dial tone multi-frequency. This is dial tone multi-frequency relay. I want to use the kind of, look at this, I have many types here. I want to use this RTB NTE, which is name telephone events, which is for RFC 2833, which is by default. Yes, so here is RTP NTE. So what does that mean? This is the DTMF. So let's speak about it. Yes, a little bit about DTMF. It stands for, as I said before, it's for dial tone multi-frequency. And so what does that mean? Yes, you can go there. Like signaling is used a traditional analog. If you remember the traditional or something called they are calling about the traditional telephony, they used a plain old telephony server. Yes, service phones, which is pods. They used a traditional analog to send a digit to the switching center. Yes, so for core routing. So the DTMF here, digits are also used to specialized function. So the DTMF digits are also used to specialized function like voicemail login. And also pulse dialing was historically used with something called rotary phones. So the rotary phone, just I want to show you here is this picture here. What is it? I should open it before. Yes, look at this picture. This is the rotary phone. This is the old phone. This is a traditional phone. Yes, so the pulse dialing was historically used with this phone. And in voice over IP, yes, in voice over IP, which is in our scenario here, voice over IP system have many methods to leverage the DTMF digits depending on the signaling mechanism used. So all traditional time division multiplexing, which is the TDM interfaces, which is in Cisco routers. Here we have something called TDM. They are support passing DTMF digits by the default. So by default Cisco router here, they are forwarding, they are support to pass the TTM through DTMF through TDM, through, yes, the time division multiplexing. So here is in voice over IP dialing peers. So it doesn't support DTMF, so we have to enable it through this command. So we have to enable it through this command. So the DTMF, it's for which is the sound of the buttons. As you see here, this is the sound. Look at this. I have, sorry about that. I have, look at this. This is 1, and this is 2, this is 3, 8. Each button here, it has a specific tone or a specific tone, which is a specific frequency. Yes, sound of frequency. So this is the DTMF it's responsible for. And also DTMF relay, it allows the tune to inform to another end. Yes, by default, the SIP or session initiation protocol use in-band signaling. So here is it, the NTE, RTB NTE, it is for in-band. And there is something called for outbound. The outbound like H245, this is for outbound, or SIP notify, this is for outbound. So here is I want to use the in-band. So this is what about the DTMF relay RTB. And still something, one command here, this is I want to choose the codec here. Codec, I have many codecs here. I have to use this codec G711 ULA. Yes, this is which for 64 kilobit per second. So I want to choose this, which is responsible for something called for translation to the old telephony. So now we finish the dial pair here. Just to verify it here, show run. Minimize this. Look at this. Here's. So we make the destination pattern with session protocol SIP version 2. The session target is 10.10.0.20, which is the IP address of Trixbox, and this is the TTMF relay for inbound RTB NTE, and the codec is G711 ULA. So now if you go to this phone and hit number 22999, look at this. It's connected now, but I don't hear the sound of voicemail. And if you click on this, also this is messages, it's forwarded to the 222.999. So this is very nice to know it. And if you go to the another IP phone, which is in XP here, and click on message here, now they are connected with voicemail, but I don't hear any voice. So here is it. So now that's good. So now what we want to do here, still something called, we want to go before we go to the Trixbox, we want to finish our configuration on CME router. Still something called the SIP user agent. We want to configure SIP user agent. Yes. So here is, I have the SIP user agent, something called, I want to make a registrar. Sorry, registrar here. Registrar here, IP version 4. It will be the the server address, which is for which is for 10.10.0.20, which is for the Trixbox server. This is the IP address for Trixbox server to enable the gateway to the register E.164 telephone numbers. So with the primary and secondary external SIP. So now, just like this, I want just to use it. And also I want to use SIP server here, the SIP server, also the IP version 4 for server 10.10.0.20, and MWI, which is for message waiting indication. So this is message waiting indication server for also the IP version 4, which is 10.10.0.20. Here is, I want to use just something called unsolicited. So now I think now show run here. I want just to verify our configuration, what we did here. So now look at this. Here is expires. So this registrar IP version 4, it will expires after 360 seconds, 3600 milliseconds. So this is will expire. After expire, if I use a secondary IP version 4 address, it will be transported to the IP version, the secondary one. So, but here's I have just one IP address. Here is the port is 5060. This is the port for the SIP, which is for the SIP and MWI server. I will show you here, it will be in the Trixbox. So now I think we finished our configuration here. We want to go to complete our configuration in Trixbox. So now here, look at this. Here is, I want just to make a login. My login route is a password here. This password I just added through installing and set up the Trixbox. So now here is I inside the TTY. Here is I want just to hit this command to go inside the CLI. So I am inside, here is, look at this, I am inside the CLI of Trixbox. If you make SIP show peers, you don't see anyone here because I didn't add anyone extension. So I want to go inside it. I just want to use the Internet Explorer and hit this 10.10.0.20, which is the IP address of Trixbox. It should go inside the Trixbox here. Yes, now I am inside the Trixbox here, as you see. I want to switch to the user mode. Look at this. I am in user mode. I want to switch to the server mode. So just switch like this. It will ask me about the username and password. By default, the username is main and the password is password. So write password. Click OK. Now I will switch to the admin mode. Yes, I will go inside the administration mode. So if you go there here, manager admin logged in, yes, from 172.0.0. So now I should go there. It takes a time, so you have to be patient. So now we are inside the administration mode here, administrative mode. So now I want just to go to the PBX setting, and as I want to go to the extension, and look at this, we have generic SIP device. I want to add a new extension here. I have just here to add 2 extensions because I have 2 IP phones with 2 different extensions. So the first one is 2201, and the display name I want to use CME22201. This is the DID. I want just to make CME22201, and the inbound here it will be for 22999, just for this, the voicemail. And here is I want just to status, I want to make enable. The password, voicemail password 123. So this is easy, but don't do it in real life. So just this is for testing, for lab. So now I want just to make submit. Yes. The ID is already exist. What is it? What is exist? So let's show here if I have. So I have something here in 222. Here is I want just to delete this and delete this also. So go there again. Submit. It is 22201 CME 22201. Yes, the ID description CME is 22201 and 22999. So voice status enable 123. Yes, yes, and yes. Submit. Yes. So now I should here apply the configuration changes, but I don't want this. I want to do it. That's the last thing after I add another extension here, which is for 22202 CME 22202. Here is the DID description. CME is 22202. Here is I want just to add. I can't add the same. Yes, the same one. So here is I want just to add this is just like this to work. Yes, and enable. Here's 1 2 3. Yes, yes, and yes. So now make submit here. Yes. So now before I apply my configuration changes here, I want to show you the last step here in the PBX, which is for this asterisk. So this is the asterisk. This asterisk, it's responsible to forward the busy and non-answer code to the voicemail in Trixbox server. This is the asterisk is, yes, this is the first asterisk here. It's responsible for the number that CME dialed to access voicemail when the message button is depressed on the IP phone. So when the message button is depressed on the IP phone, the extension, it will forward to this xxxx, which is for, here is, I want to add my voicemail 22999. This is my voicemail. Also here 22999, and here is it 222999. And the second one, the second asterisk here, or the second section of asterisk, is the number that CME dials to forward voicemail to the Trixbox, and this asterisk is responsible to forward voicemail to the Trixbox. Yes, so this is the first one, is responsible that CME dials to access voicemail, yes, to forward to the voicemail, and the second one, it's responsible to forward the CME dials or CME voicemail to the Trixbox. So now just like this, make it copy, and we want to paste it here. So now go to the PBX and config file editor here, and we want to go to the inside the extension custom configurations. I want to add it just here under this line like this. So this is what I want to do, and here is update. Yes. Now I want to go back to the PBX setting and apply configuration changes. Yes, so continue with reload. If you go there to the Trixbox, it's reloaded. Yes, so now it's reloaded. Now I say sep show peers. Now I have, look at this, I have two peers here. Look at this, it's unreachable, but after that it's become registered, SEP 2201 and 2202, which is, now if I did this, sorry, now they are online. Status is okay and okay, so that's good. This is the first one and this is the second one. It will be a nice one. I want just to, before that, we want just to make a test, or if we have just like this.
Immediate mail, mailbox.
So when I click on this envelope, signs directed to the 22999, which is for voicemail in this IP
Password.
phone. So let's check it again in this IP phone. Do we have the same thing?
Immediate mail, mailbox.
Yes, that's good. So now start from here. I want to ring from this phone to this. Sorry. 2202. No, I don't disturb, like this.
Immediate mail, mailbox.
Now 2201.
Password.
123.
Login incorrect. Mailbox.
2201.
Password.
123.
Login incorrect. Mailbox.
2201.
Password.
123.
You have no messages.
Exactly.
Press 2 to change folders. Press 3 for advanced options. Press 0 for mailbox options. Press star for help or pound to exit.
So now press 3.
Press I'm sorry, I did not understand your response. Press 2 to change folders. Press 3 for advanced options. Press 0 for mailbox options. Press star for help or pound to exit. Press 5 to leave a message.
Now press 5.
Star to return to the main menu. Extension.
Now extension 2202 exactly.
2. Please leave your message after the tone. When done, hang up or press the pound key.
So this is a voicemail test messages from 2201 to 2202, just like this.
Thank you. Press 2 to change folder.
Now in the code, look at this, we have now a messages from here from 2201, and here is the red color here, the red light is on, so that means we have a message here. So now we want to listen to this message. We want just to click on this envelope here.
Comedian mail. Mailbox.
Mailbox is 2202.
Password.
1, 2, 3.
Login incorrect. Mailbox. Password.
1, 2, 3.
You have
Yes.
1 new message. Press 1 for new messages.
So I want to press
2
1 to
change
listen the
folders.
message.
Press 3 for advanced options. Press 0 for mailbox options.
Press
First,
1.
message received at 10:09 p.m. Message from phone number 2201. Press 3 for advanced options. Press 5 to repeat the current message. Press
So that's
7
it.
to
So
delete
now
this message. Press 8 to forward the message to another user. Or 9 to save this message. Press star for help or pound to exit.
so just pound to exit now here. So we listen to our message.
Goodbye.
Now we are leave our voicemail. Now we don't see the sign, and also the light here is go back naturally, go back off. So now that's good. So now we send a message, a voicemail message from 2201 to 2202, and also we listen to it. So as you see here again, we did this. Just let's verify our configurations again. Just a quick lock, show run. As you see here, we did this is the dial peer voice 200 voice over IP for as to forward this destination button to 220 ... which is for 22999. So I want to forward my voice mail extension, which is 22999, to the to the PBX or to the Trixbox. Sorry, I want to use this protocol SIP version 2, and my target is the IP address of a voicemail server, which is Trixbox. This is DTMF relay, RTB and TE. We explained a lot about it, and we use the codec which is for G711, which supported 46 kilobit per second. Here is we used also SIP user agent command. We did this 3 commands here, and this is the telephony, this is our voicemail. Yes, and be careful about the dual line. This is very important to use it. Don't use the default, which is single line. So that was now we want to just to verify our show SIP user agent here service. Look at this, here is the SIP service is up, so that's good. Now we want just to show user agent here, that status here. Here is our status. Here's, look at this, UDP and TCP, they are enabled, so that's good. Here is I have the version 2, SIP version 2, and here is the telephony events and notify, which is anti. Look at this, 2000 milliseconds. So this is the maximum duration for telephone events and notifies. This is 2000 milliseconds by default. So that's good. Also show SEP user agent here, statistics. Look at this, here is my statistics here. So that's good. So we did the voicemail tutorials, and I hope this tutorial is very good for everyone wants to do it. Next video, inshallah, we want to do it through, you can do it, this is without Trixbox. You can use the Exchange as Microsoft Exchange Server 2010. So this is, it will be a nice one to try it. Trixbox here is just, you can use it for lab, yes, for lab voicemail or something. Maybe if you want to do this lab in with your PC, maybe you will find, yes, some difficulties or something, some difficulties here when you are trying to go inside the voicemail through entering the user mail and the password. Maybe you will find some problem, but don't worry, just try it again and again to be successful. Finally, we want just to show here, I want to show you something here. Also, I can check my voicemail inbox here from this recording. Look at this, I can go 2202 and 123. Look at this, here is, I have one old message. Why? Because it's old, because I listened to it. But here you can't listen to it. So look at this, when I click on it, it should just go outside. So this is no problem about that, because Trixbox here just for lab test, that's for, yes, to using for in your real life, just like this. And I want to show you PBX status here also. Yes, we have, here is our status. You can check your status here. So that's good. Look at the status here is unreachable because we exceed the limits time. So no problem. So that was everything in this video, and I hope this video is beneficial for everyone who wants to know about the voicemail and how to configure it through PBX or Trixbox server. So I hope to see you in the next video, inshallah. So until that moment, we say bye bye.